Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video series, we will learn about ABAP on HANA. In this video, we will see why SAP came up with HANA database. Let's get started. As you already aware, we are having the three-tier architecture: presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. The difference between ABAP and ABAP on HANA is that our database got changed. Previously, we were using Oracle database or DB6 database or any other database, depend upon what your company chooses. But now SAP came up with their own database. They call it new generation database. So in this database, they are telling it's more powerful than your legacy database, whatever you are using. So based on the database, we have to change our programming as well. Previously, we were writing the ABAP code and we are doing most of the thing at the application layer. And now, since our database got changed and this SAP is per SAP, that database is more powerful than whatever you are using. So they are telling you how to do most of the part of your calculation or whatever you are doing, complex things that you have to do at the database layer instead of the application server layer. So why they are telling that you have to do all the things at the database layer instead of doing at the application layer? So they come up with why they came up with the HANA database. So first we start with the database. Why SAP come up with the HANA database? So they are telling the recent years there is a lot of hardware innovations and software innovations are going on, and we are getting the most efficient hardware in very lesser prices, and the software innovations also going on. So we will talk about first the hardware innovations. So you might already aware about these magic words you have heard: in-memory database, something they are telling the columnar store, data compressions, OLTP and OLAP, insert only approach, and this kind of magic word about the HANA database you might have already heard. So we'll see each and every this wording, what these are the words and why the SAP promoting their S4 HANA based on these wordings. So let's see first word: in-memory database. So as you know, just think about that. You might have bought your first PC in your home. What was the configuration and what price you have bought? I want to give my example. When I bought my first PC, it was the Pentium first generation, and that PC is having around 2 GB RAM and 256 GB ROM or hard disk was there, that I got around 36,000 rupees. But if I go in market today's date with this 35,000 rupees and I will choose, I can get in the same amount, I can get Core i3 latest 11th Zen processor, and along with the 8 GB RAM and hard disk I can choose SSD to either 500 SSD I can choose, or if you want to go for normal hard disk, that you can get 1 TB around. So you can see what is the difference, where is the Pentium and where is Core i3. So there is a huge difference. So nowadays, day by day, hardware prices are decreasing and hardware availability in less prices available, and we can buy much RAM. Initially we were having only 2 GB RAM, now we are having 8 GB RAM. That's a more important thing. Second thing, initially we were having one core, our CPU processor only having the one core. Nowadays the CPU is coming with the multi-core. You might have heard Core i2, quad core, or in the mobiles we can see octa core, hexa core, and these kind of cores. What is this cores mean? Core means one CPU. If I assign one task to CPU, he will do at a time one task. But same task, if I divide in 3-4 part and I can do parallelly, then that can be done by multi-core. Suppose I want to give some just simple example of addition. This is the not relevant example to understanding purpose, just to understand. Suppose I want to do the addition of the 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. This addition I want to do. If I will go with the normal processor, it will do one by one all the addition. But if I go with the multi-core processor, what it will do, suppose we are having 2 cores, it will divide those tasks into the 2 parts. 2 plus 3 plus 6 done by this core, and 4 plus 5 plus 6 done by this core, and after the calculation the result will be added finally. So we are doing the same task parallelly. It's like that we are having multiple hand with the powerful mind, we can say. If somebody have powerful mind, he can handle 4 hand and he is only having the 2 hand only, but he can do more task if he would have 4 hands. It's like that. So multi-core processor means we have much more things we can do parallelly. Now we talk about address space. As you already know, if you are from electronic background, this is basic. 1 bit can store 0 and 1, and 2 bit can store 4 numbers, 1 2 3 4, and if you are having 3 bit, it can store 8 number. If you are having 4 bit, it can store 16 number. 2 to the power, it will go in 2 to the power exponential kind of thing, it will go and go. But if you have 32-bit address, 32-bit address space means it can handle up to 4 GB memory. Means it can address up to 4 GB memory if you are having the 32-bit address. If you are having more than 4 GB memory and you only have 32-bit processor, it can't handle that one. You should have more bit address space. Previously we were having only 32-bit address space only. Nowadays we are having 64-bit address space. It can handle the memories in the billions, because 2 to the power 64, it goes in billions. So that is the reason that this is the one of another innovation in hardware innovation which can handle more memory, more RAM. So currently we are having 4 TB of RAM. I'm not talking about the hard disk. This is RAM. 4 TB RAM in the SAP, the server board. They have up to 4 TB RAM they can use. So performance versus price. This I already told you. Day by day the price is decreasing and we are getting the more performance. And the same thing, as you are from the electronics background, then you might know already the hard disk is faster than the SSDs, and SSD is faster than the hard disk, and our DRAM, dynamic RAM, which we call volatile RAM, is faster than the SSD, and we have caches, and then we have the register which is most faster. You can see what is the access time for each and every hardware which we are using. So previously our databases were using the hard disk. Nowadays SAP they are having the SSDs and a different kind of RAM which is not volatile. They are using those kind of RAMs as well. So these combinations they are using to process the data and store the data. So that is the reason it is much faster than what we were using in previously older databases. So in this video we learned about the hardware innovation. In my next video we'll start the software innovations and what kind of software innovation did SAP on S/4HANA database. The first software innovation is the in-memory storage type. Previously the databases only were using the row stores. Now SAP HANA, they are not only using the row store, and they are using column store as well. What is the advantage of the column store, and how to choose? If we create the custom table, we have to think as a developer, we have to choose row store or column store. That we will see in our next video. Next video link will be there in the screen. Before moving to that video, please like this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you and happy learning.